住落嚟啦，我哋嘅頒獎環節會先稍為暫停一下，台上面呢會暫時變成為圓桌嘅論壇。今次論壇探討嘅話題可以話係同現今都市人息息相關㗎，就係精神健康與義工服務。所以今次嘅圓桌論壇都請嚟5位喺呢方面嘅專家，另外仲有遠在歐洲嘅專家代表會喺線上面同我哋分享。唔講咁多，即刻有請我哋圓桌論壇嘅主持人，掌聲有請義務工作發展局主席彭允熙主席。接住落嚟，我哋有請現在到場嘅嘉賓，精神健康諮詢委員會主席林正財議員。繼續掌聲歡迎香港浸會大學黃應士傳媒倫理操守教授及新聞系專業應用教授陳景祥教授。有請精神科專科醫生黃永山醫生。有請 Heartline Hong Kong 社區拓展及公共關係經理及服務營運經理黃慧敏女士。同時咧，黃女士都係2024香港義工獎傑出青年義工團隊代表。仲有咧，我哋而家喺熒光幕出現嘅線上嘉賓係嚟自克羅地亞嘅 Miss Leila Sehid-Lelic，President of the Centre for European Volunteering。歡迎晒咁多位，亦都有請我哋現場嘅嘉賓可以先就座。時間交俾彭主席。
各位朋友大家好。咁今日咧，我哋咧呢個 topic 就關於精神健康。其實大家咧都即係生活中咧，即係好注重健康啊。除咗咧一般嘅身體健康咧，精神健康咧更加要注意。其實香港咧壓力咧一向都係比較大嘅。咁咧，所以今日咧我哋就喺度特別咧有5位重量級嘅嘉賓。4位現場，1位咧係克羅地亞嘅。我哋咧就有請佢哋咧同我哋做一啲分享。我哋首先介紹一下啦，或者由我左邊嗰度介紹。我左邊咧有Dr. Josephine Wong。佢本身咧係個執業嘅精神病醫生。或者 Josephine 又同我哋分享一下，大概1分鐘啦，睇下講下你平時遇到覺得香港人喺精神健康方面嘅情況又點咧？
各位大家好，早晨。我係一個私人執業嘅精神科醫生啦，我亦都係林正財醫生嘅精神健康委員會嘅委員啦。我自己亦都有參加 Mind Hong Kong， 即係香港心靈嗰方面係做佢哋嘅顧問啦，亦都係聖約翰 Counselling Service， 即係聖約翰嘅counselling service 嘅顧問啦，係咁咧嗱，阿彭律師係問得好嘅，即係香港人嘅精神健康而家係一個即係越嚟越受關注嘅問題啦。其實即係身體嘅健康同精神嘅健康係即係脈脈相連嘅咁樣。咁香港生活壓力大，其實大家都知道。咁所以一啲即係情緒毛病啊、焦慮啊、憂鬱啊嗰類其實都多嘅。咁一啲更加重性嘅精神病亦都有啦。咁我覺得其實我哋都應該探討下，即係我哋點樣係整體去提升香港人嘅精神健康啦。亦都係需要亦都要睇下真係有需要求助嘅時候，我哋點樣令到求助嗰個途徑係比較容易啲，市民去揾到啦。亦都可以得到喺適切嘅快速嘅一啲嘅幫助啦，咁樣。咁我哋大家相信都係循緊呢個方向去努力緊嘅。
多謝Josephine。第2位咧就係我哋好熟悉嘅林正財醫生喎。佢本身咧係兒科咧同埋社區醫學科專科嘅醫生。亦係咧現任係基督教咧靈實協會嘅行政總裁。 咁嗱，佢好多公職嘅，不過最同今日呢個題目有關咧，就佢係精神健康諮詢委員會個主席喎。咁啊，不如我問下阿林醫生，究竟你個委員會係有乜嘢嘅，即係有乜嘢做開，同埋有咩我哋而家要關注啊？
首先我介紹我自己先，就其實我同你哋一樣，都係一個義工嚟嘅。咁咧就我做嘅大部分嘅公職咧，都係義務工作。咁咧就其實我哋委員會咧就即係好似頭先 Josephine 咁講啦，就我哋好重要咧，就係我哋要回應處理香港整體精神健康嘅問題。咁啊唔同年齡層嘅朋友們咧，面對嘅精神健康嘅挑戰都有啲唔同嘅。咁所以就我哋上一屆嘅主席咧就係黃仁龍司長，咁佢就好好，佢就幫我哋咧就基本上 map 咗，即係研究咗整體成個香港我哋面對嘅挑戰係啲咩嘢。咁頭先主席講得啱嘅，我哋嘅壓力係大，咁我哋嘅精神健康嘅問題嘅挑戰都係大。不過呢個亦都唔係香港獨有嘅問題，其實全世界都係面對一個精神健康越嚟越大挑戰呢一個嘅趨勢。咁啊，特別青少年人面對嘅問題係大嘅，同埋大部分嘅精神健康問題咧，都係喺24歲之前發生嘅。咁啊，唔代表其他年齡層嘅朋友們咧冇精神健康問題。長者嘅精神健康問題亦都係另外一種嘅精神健康嚟嘅。咁但係因着即係大部分嘅即係精神健康問題都係喺年青嘅時候發生咧，咁所以咧我哋喺近呢幾年咧，我哋都將好多嘅資源咧就擺喺青年人嘅精神健康問題上面。咁啊，不過陣間有機會再同大家分享一下啦。但係我哋都好希望藉住一個好科學化、實證為本按數據同埋我哋好強調嘅就係我哋希望我哋處理香港精神健康問題咧，我哋唔係單係教我右手邊呢位精神科醫生，因為我哋全香港得400幾位精神科醫生嘅啫。咁而係我哋要大家一齊努力，全民皆兵，包括大家在內，一齊嘅去幫我哋處理唔同嘅精神健康挑戰。
好，我哋多謝阿 Dr. Lam。咁今日我哋有2位醫生喎，咁第3位我介紹咧就唔係醫生喎，咁你睇下大家知唔知係做咩行業㗎啦？咁我要介紹咧就係陳景祥教授。咁佢本身咧係一個好資深嘅新聞工作者喎。咁佢現時咧就香港係浸會大學黃應時傳媒倫理操守教授，同埋新聞系嘅專業應用教授。咁睇下我哋叫佢警長。咁警長又同我哋做啲分享啦，講下你嘅背景啊，同埋同呢個題目有咩關係啦？
好啊，多謝彭主席，好多謝你邀請，亦都好多謝今日即係義務工作發展局請我嚟。我嘅分享咧，主要就係希望從傳播媒介嘅角度咧，講下到底點樣睇精神健康啲問題咧咁。咁我自己嘅介紹咧就好簡單啫，我其實係一個新聞媒體嘅工作者嚟嘅。我喺新聞媒體咧都做咗其實有成30年嘅。咁後來咧就轉咗軌道之後咧，而家就喺浸會大學教緊新聞系啦。咁頭先2位講者提到咧，就精神健康嗰啲咧，就其實以往我自己咧都會有接觸到啲朋友或者甚至係周邊嘅人。咁教書之後咧，發現到學生咧其實就係原來相當嚴重嘅問題係。咁我最初入去浸會大學嘅時候係2022年咧，就嗰陣時仲係COVID 未完。咁第一個學期我喺度教嘅時候咧，就係要網課嘅，喺網上同啲學生傾嘅。網課咧其實咧我自己親身經驗咧，其實係冇用嘅。大家唔好相信咧可以上網課咩得，其實係唔得嘅。我嘅經驗咧就係完全冇乜作用。咁但係咧個問題就開始大家發現到咧，因為少咗啲所謂人際之間嗰種叫做溝通咧，會唔會係形成到即係佢哋精神上或者甚至係性格上一啲影響咧咁？咁好啦，到後來2023開始慢慢逐步恢復啦，但係個問題其實冇緩和到嚇。你開始翻佢接觸咧，都唔覺得情況有改善，而且咧係我覺得咧都仲幾嚴重添。咁譬如舉個例，譬如我哋有時見到學生咁啦，譬如我平時好開朗嘅喎，唔錯喎，咁但係佢突然之間會揾我哋一傾咧，原來佢發覺到係相當嚴重添。咁其實做老師咧冇辦法解決㗎，多數都係轉介俾啲 專科嘅醫生啊，或者係社工嗰啲去處理啊咁。咁但係佢哋都面對好多個案啦。咁所以我哋覺得，如果我而家嘅崗位咧，作為一個老師咧，我就覺得年輕人嗰個健康、精神健康問題係都幾嚴重，而且潛藏住咧，我相信咧就其實比我哋表面睇到咧係仲更加緊要添。咁所以而家我哋成日捉啲人咧就唔係身體健康，係要加多一樣嘢，係要精神健康，甚至有個強大嘅心靈。咁呢個咧係要即係大家全社會合作嘅。咁呢個我自己老師嘅身份咧，以前咧彭主席嘅介紹咧就係新聞工作者啊嘛。新聞工作者其實好慘嘅，有親嘅衰嘢梗係話，你有新聞界報導誇大嚇、誤導咁，其實去污名化嘅傳播媒介咧，即係都要即係被做呢個過程先得。咁但係我想同大家一陣間有機會再分享咧，其實傳統媒介咧、傳統媒體咧，其實而家已經係個守則好清楚。而家新出現嘅問題咧，其實喺社交媒體嗰度。社交媒體佢點做咧，係另一個問題嚟㗎啦。咁有機會我大家再傾好嘛。咁啊，今日好多謝邀請啦，同埋向各位前輩學習啊，林醫生、黃醫生啊，同埋我哋呢位年輕朋友嚇，多謝啊，主席。
好。咁我哋多謝阿陳教授。咁啊就喺 round table 咧，我哋又聽下新聞界嘅角度點樣睇件事。咁啊，我哋第4位講者咧，就係一個好年青嘅。咁咧，佢又係義工嚟喎，即係同大家一樣喎。咁啊，佢阿黃小姐黃慧敏女士咧，我哋小姐啦。咁其實佢就係 Heartline Hong Kong 嘅社會拓展同埋公共關係經理，同埋服務營運經理。咁本身咧 Heartline 咧都係我哋2024年咧傑出青年獎義工嘅團隊嘅得獎者喎。咁啊，好恭喜你上年得獎啦！咁今年咧，你又會同我哋做一啲分享。其實我哋知道你個機構咧一直咧好專注咧為啲大學生，如果佢哋受到情緒困擾嗰陣時咧，提供一個服務，尤其是聆聽嘅服務。可唔可以講多少少俾我哋聽咧？
今日好多謝彭律師啦，同埋大會嘅邀請。咁我係 Elise 喺 Heartline 入面咧，負責服務營運同埋一啲嘅社區拓展啦，同埋公共嘅關係嘅。咁 Heartline Hong Kong 喺2021年由一班大學生去成立，其實係一個網上聊天室嚟嘅。我哋至今已經培訓咗大概300位嘅年輕義工。咁呢啲嘅義工咧，唔一定係嚟自社福界嘅背景啦，又或者唔一定係就讀一啲社會科學相關嘅科目嘅。佢哋好多咧，可能嚟自商科啊，又或者係有啲係工程學啊，有啲亦都會係讀緊 MBBS 課程嘅醫生嚟嚟緊。咁而我哋嘅義工咧，喺每一晚嘅夜晚7點到凌晨嘅5點咧，都會當值嘅，去為一啲受情緒困擾嘅年輕人提供一個匿名、保密、不批判同埋非指導性嘅傾訴平台，希望去令呢一班嘅年輕人可以有一個嘅平台去傾訴佢哋嘅心聲，放低佢哋嘅心事。而我哋至今咧已經服務人次超過咗8000啦，而我哋舊年亦都好有幸獲頒香港義工獎嘅。我哋嘅機構好希望可以透過聆聽去疏導求助者嘅情緒，等佢哋知道其實有一班人咧可以喺線上或者係另外一個地方，以陌生人嘅角色去傾聽同埋陪伴佢哋，從而咧幫助佢哋疏導負面嘅情緒，避免呢一啲情緒嘅積壓。我哋亦都會舉辦唔同嘅院校展覽啦，同埋一啲嘅社區活動，希望向公眾咧去推廣精神健康嘅重要性。
咁我哋第5位講者咧，其實喺線上喎。咁we have to say hello to Leisha. How are you? I'll speak in Cantonese, but we are very fortunate to have an AI translation service here. So maybe you can look at the translation in English. Is that okay? Can you say hi to everyone?
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, we are
Hello,
also
everyone.
Hello.
Hi, hello. It's a real pleasure to be here with you, in this form at least. The technology has allowed us to be with you today.
Yeah.
Do you want me?
Yeah, Lila, I'll make a brief introduction first, then you can tell us more. Lila 咧就係喺嗱，其實佢個地方咧就好遠嘅，其實係克羅地亞，即係 Croatia。咁佢本身咧都係同我哋義務工作發展局咧一齊咧喺個國際嘅義工組織度都係會員。咁本身咧佢係一個叫 Centre for European Volunteering 其實即係應該係歐洲義工嘅中心嘅主席。咁今日咧，佢會同我哋分享下關於喺克羅地亞嘅公民社會同埋義工工作嘅關係。Lila, I think I will let you have the time to give an introduction of your work in Croatia. Thank you.
Thank you, and good morning once again to all of you. As I said, it's a real pleasure, and thank you for the invitation. And it's an honor to speak among these distinguished professionals and practitioners from your country. As you already explained, I'm here from my position of the president of Center for European Volunteering, which is an organization and network of more than 70 organizations that are working across European countries, not just inside the European Union, but also from the countries outside the European Union. And all of these organizations promote and develop volunteering in their countries. Many of them are networks themselves. So we do represent really thousands of volunteers across Europe and organizations that are helping them to give the contribution, such as the volunteers that you have awarded in this ceremony that I was watching. My work is now already 30 years very much deeply connected with civil society, and volunteering has always been one of the key topics and one of the love of my work. I've been, of course, volunteering myself for many years, and I still do. Much of my work is focused on community development, civic engagement, and especially now in the context where societies face growing challenges such as social isolation, inequality, and declining trust that we are witnessing. Across Europe, we are also witnessing a significant rise of mental health concerns. At the same time, we are also facing an epidemic of loneliness, and many of researchers confirm that. And as some of your speakers already said, it's not only loneliness among third age generation that is, of course, something we would think on firstly, but it's also a high level of loneliness among young people. So many organizations from Europe, including my organization from Croatia, has been really very much deeply involved in that topic for the past 5 years. All of these challenges are deeply connected, and volunteering sits right at their intersection. That is something we believe. It's, of course, not the cure, but it presents an important antidote to lonely societies. Because volunteering is always an encounter between people and environment, encounter between people and the problems and challenges and needs of their community. And specifically because of that, we believe that volunteering holds a strong potential to at least face loneliness and be an important antidote, as I already said, and an important community-based resource for well-being and mental health. So we see now it's becoming a major social issue in modern societies, and it's driven by so many factors, and many of them are not individual but also structural. So we see that somehow we need to be aware of all of these layers, and we also ask ourselves, how can we, as civil society organizations who are mainly organizing volunteers, how can we really address that issue? I hope we'll have more time to talk about that in more depth.
OK，thank you so much。我諗大家都聽到阿Lila 講關於咧，即係喺歐洲方面咧，其實都係即係有個 loneliness 呢個問題，即係孤獨嘅問題。其實無論唔同嘅年齡，即係可能係長者、青少年或者中年人都可能遇到呢個問題嘅。咁但係亦係好開心啦，可能做義工咧，亦係其中一個解決嘅方法嚟嘅。嗱，咁而家我哋咧就開始我哋個 round table 啊，不如我哋咧就喺問翻香港嘅朋友啦。咁我哋先問阿林醫生。咁林醫生，我就想話俾你聽咧 ，AVS 咧義務工作發展局咧其實就做好多調查嘅。咁我哋剛剛咧就做咗個香港義工調查，就話俾你聽咧，做義工就可以增加幸福感喎。咁我諗好多朋友都聽我講過㗎，其實個影響都好大㗎。做義工嘅朋友同冇做義工嘅朋友個幸福感咧係相差咗30%。咁其實我又想問下林醫生，你又有乜嘢觀察咧？其實我哋做義工會唔會又令到我哋嘅精神健康啲咧？
絕對做義工會幫到我哋嘅精神健康嘅。嗱，咁根據世界衛生組織講咧，其實我哋有一生人裏邊咧，我哋有精神健康嘅問題咧，其實係好常見嘅。其實常見到嘅地步咧，就係其實所有人類咧喺一生人裏邊咧，至少有一半機會係喺唔同嘅時期裏邊咧，係患有精神健康問題嘅。咁所以其實係比好多嘅疾病咧，都仲更加常見嘅。即係當大家喺度關心我會唔會有機會有癌症啊？我會唔會有心臟病嘅時候咧，其實我哋更加應該關心我哋會唔會有精神健康挑戰，或者再簡單啲咁講，就係會唔會有精神病呢一個問題。咁而係常見得咁緊要嘅時候咧，其實我哋就會明白咧，呢個就係人類共通嘅行為嚟嘅。所以首先我哋第一件事要明白嘅咧，就係我哋唔好以為精神病好少數人有嘅，即係好似頭先教授咁講，係好常見。問題係你即係因為精神病唔係我哋喺額頭嗰度刻咗個字噶嘛，同埋大部分嘅病咧，我哋係可能見到嘅有啲症狀嘅，但係精神病係我哋好多時係潛喺我哋嘅心裏邊咧，我哋有好多時亦都未必願意同人哋分享咧，咁所以係好多時見唔到咁解嘅啫。嗱，咁所以當我哋知道咗呢個現實嘅時候咧，我哋就會問：咦，呢個人類共同嘅行為，我哋點樣去面對？所以其實我哋有情緒挑戰，我哋有唔開心嘅時候，我哋有負面嘅思想甚或乎，即係如果去得再盡一啲，我哋有時有啲自殘或者自殺嘅諗法咧，其實原來係人類一個好常見一個嘅感覺，或者甚至乎一個行為嚟。嗱，咁所以喺呢一度咧，當我哋有咗呢個認知之後咧，我哋去明白精神問題我哋點面對嘅時候，反而係我哋係點樣面對我哋呢啲嘅情緒係更加重要。嗱，咁喺呢一個位咧，就係義工係扮演一個好重要嘅角色。就好似頭先我哋克羅利亞朋友講咧，孤單係我哋城市人一個大毛病嚟嘅。縱然我哋日日見到好多人，好似今日咁見到幾百人，但係你可能你內心會覺得好孤單，因為你冇一個真正嘅關係。再加埋而家有社交媒體咧，你可能你喺 Facebook、喺 IG、喺 Thread， 你有幾千個朋友，但係你有幾多個係你真正可以講到心事嘅真朋友咧？其實呢一個就係我哋城市人面對一個好大嘅挑戰。咁嗱，我覺得藉住義工嘅即係服務咧，我哋好有機會，我哋會建立到一啲比較真摯傾到偈，同埋你願意將自己嘅內心嘅感受同佢分享嘅朋友。咁呢一個我覺得係好重要，喺一個現代嘅社會裏邊，無論你喺 Facebook 有幾多 friend 咧，我哋都要喺現實嘅環境裏邊咧，建立一啲真摯嘅關係。咁所以做義工一樣可以幫到呢樣嘢。第二樣嘢咧就係我哋原來即係我自己係個基督徒啦，我自己相信神造人，或者你就算你唔係信神造人，總之人類同我哋頭先見到嘅狗狗咧有一個方面咧係比較特別嘅。 我相信狗狗可能都有少少嘅嚇。不過人類咧就係好想我哋人生咧有目標有方向，即係我哋係生存係有個意義嘅。嗱呢一點咧係人類好特別嘅，即係無論你係各行各業唔同嘅人，無論你係一個 BB 仔，你係一個青少年人或者一個老人家，甚或乎你係一個垂死嘅病人，你都會原來喺我哋人生裏邊咧，我哋好想追尋意義、目的，而唔係單係我哋活得一日得一日啦咁樣嚇。咁嗱，義工又喺呢一個位啦嚇。你諗下一個人，可能我而家淨係有一個負面情緒，但係我諗起原來我要照顧我嘅小朋友喎，或者我諗起，咦，我要照顧我頭先嗰啲狗狗喎，或者我服侍開嗰個公公婆婆我平日做義工嘅時候，我隔個禮拜我就要去探佢嘅咯喎，咦，我點樣？縱然我今時今日我而家有負面情緒，但我點樣令到我自己可以做到呢？嗱，其實呢一個就係個力量咧，令到我哋即係因為頭先我講啊嘛，原來呢啲負面情緒係我哋一生人裏邊，我哋或多或少總會遇到嘅。咁所以反而如果我哋有一個好清晰嘅目標意義喺我哋嘅生命裏邊咧，原來嗰個係令到我哋係可以走出陰霾一股好大嘅力量。咁我都有時會同一啲以前有試過自殺嘅朋友傾過偈嘅時候咧，佢好多時都咁講嘅。其實咩嘢掹佢翻嚟咧？唔係覺得自己好叻，唔係覺得自己好好反而係佢有一個朋友佢關心開嘅，佢諗如果我唔喺佢身邊，佢就更慘啦。又或者係我做緊一件事係對社會好有意義嘅。如果我唔再存在喺呢一個世界裏邊，呢個社會裏邊嗰件事就唔會發生啦。咁所以義工就係可以幫到我哋噶。即係其實仲有好多好處嘅，即係做義工。但係我覺得如果同精神健康嗰個關係咧，至少佢可以俾到我哋有啲真摯嘅關係，同埋讓我哋嘅生活生命有目的。
多謝多謝。其實阿 Dr. Lam 講得真係好好。咁尤其是頭先我哋聽到咧，其實可能青少年嗰度咧都好容易有即係情緒嘅病。咁我而家望落台下咧，我突然間有感而發。其實我下面咧，我哋見到好多義工團體，但特別係對青年人咧，就係 Uniform Group， 我哋嘅制服團隊。咁我哋見到我哋女童軍嘅總監啦，阿 Louis 又見到童軍嘅總監咁阿 Wilson 喎，咁又有聖約翰喎。咁其實我覺得係應該鼓勵青少年咧着入參加咧制服團體，因為經過嗰度佢哋會識多啲朋友。又做一啲嘢，令到生命更有意義。呢
個絕對係㗎，我都參加過，即係童軍即係叫咩？優秀童軍係嘛？優秀童軍獎嗰啲評審咧。咁我真係見到啲年青人咧，即係佢參與童軍嘅工作，因為童軍唔係單係為咗自己啊嘛，其實要服侍社群啊嘛。即係佢哋係投身落去咧，嗰種嘅力量係令到佢哋咧，即係我都問佢哋㗎咁你自己點樣面對自己一啲負面情緒因為佢哋都要一樣面對考試嘅壓力家庭嘅問題嘅挑戰等等好多嘢。咁佢哋都話，即係其實就係佢身邊嘅童軍朋友啦，同埋佢每日即係要日行一善噶嘛。佢每日所服侍嘅人佢所面對嘅人，佢覺得佢自己有一份嘅責任感咯。
好多謝多謝。咁我哋而家咧係。我係時間咧，又想問下 Dr. Josephine Wong 喎。咁其實得400幾個精神病嘅專家喎，其實真係唔係好夠呢個樣。我哋想問，如果義工做服務嗰時，遇到有啲服務嘅對象，佢哋有好精神嘅困擾喎，咁我哋啲做義工有乜嘢要注意咧？點樣應對咧？點樣去裝備咧？
多謝呢個問題，即係嗱，其實咧，我覺得做義工我幫大家買廣告，就係個好處就係你可以即係各適其適㗎。你哋揾自己中意做嗰個範疇，有啲可能中意 動物啦，有啲可能中意服務老人家，有啲中意服務青少年。咁嗱，當然有啲義工服務其實你就即係後啲㗎啦，即係唔係前線㗎啦，即係可能即係入下啲數據啊嗰啲，咁嗰啲其實就即係比較一樣咁有意義，但係就冇咁情感上有一啲嘅負擔。咁但係譬如如果係服務一啲即係人對人嘅，咁當然有一啲係開心嘢啦，但係亦都有一啲咧可能係面對一啲你服務嘅人士可能係受過一啲嘅創傷啦，或者係一啲嘅暴力受害者啊嗰類咁樣。咁即係我諗，首先個義工都要關注翻自己嘅自我照顧都好緊要。即係例如自己要量力而為啦，即係見到譬如服務呢一類一啲受過創傷或者有啲精神健康挑戰嘅人士，其實有啲佢哋最主要咧，其實希望嘅就係聆聽、陪伴、一啲即係嘅了解。咁但係如果真係講到係一啲嘅病啊，一啲比較嚴重嘅精神嗰方面嘅一啲嘅病徵啊，一啲嘅行為，其實可能咧，身為一個義工咧，都未必可以自己可以處理得到嘅。咁嗱，當然你要鼓勵佢哋去尋求專業人士嘅協助啦。呢啲咁嘅情形之下，同埋你身為義工自己亦都知道需要有返一個界線，即係唔好喺服務嘅時候去到一啲位係影響咗你自己嘅心情啦。嗱，老實講，有陣時，譬如你講緊最近嘅大埔火災，我都聽見有啲義工佢哋會講，佢哋係受一啲好似二手創傷啊，因為聽一啲服務人士去講佢哋嘅經歷啊，或者佢哋失去至親嘅人嗰啲嘅情況，其實聽嗰啲人，咁我哋都係人嚟噶嘛，咁就會有一啲嘅情緒反應。咁嗱，我希望各位義工都要記住，都要照顧自己啦。亦都可能係要話喺啲服務機構，可能有一啲比較 senior 資深啲嘅義工，或者甚至一啲嘅專業嘅心理學家去督導嗰啲義工，或者提供一啲需要嘅 support 一啲嘅支持，係啦。咁我覺得呢啲係重要，量力而為。適當嘅時候就要揾人幫手，揾自己需要揾人幫手，亦都幫你服務嘅一位人士去揾一啲專業嘅協助。咁呢個會係最重要咯。
多謝多謝。所以我哋做義工嘅時候要幫人，如果發現自己能力唔夠或者遇到困難咧，一定要即係揾翻適當嘅人去幫手，或者你自己一個義工團體有個
啲
support
朋輩嘅 support 係啊。
咁啊，下一個我哋問下阿 Professor Chan 喎。咁喺傳媒界方面咧，咁係咪有啲精神健康方面有啲指引啊？點樣報導？咁同埋而家網上嘅世界又如何咧？
係啊，嗱，報道咧，其實喺新聞媒體裏邊咧係有指引嘅。咁最基本原則有幾個啦。第一個就唔好污名化啦，唔好標籤化啦，同埋做多少正向啲嘅報導，同埋提供一啲準確嘅資訊，等等呢啲咧其實係有嘅。咁但係我自己嘅疑問呢，我經驗裏邊話俾我聽咧，其實呢啲係守則嚟嘅啫，係寫低嘅啫，係白紙黑字嘅啫。到底真正喺個現實個報導同埋一個資訊嘅溝通嘅時候，係真係發揮幾大作用咧？我就覺得呢個係值得討論嘅。最新嘅政府個咧就係平機會咧做咗一個2024年做一個關於精神健康問題嘅報導啦，個守則亦都係同樣咁上下，好清楚。原則係冇問題嘅，但係我覺得新聞報導裏邊咧，或者係新聞媒體裏邊咧，而家面對到個問題有咩嘢咧？最主要係兩個。第一個咧就係網絡世界出現咗之後咧，其實係已經傳統嘅媒體咧已經打散晒。已經冇咗，唔係嗰個面貌嚟㗎。咁所以我哋而家成日話咧，就唔係話邊張報紙、邊個電台、邊個平台報導得點，其實唔係好關事。因為咧佢有個網絡媒體、網絡版，舉個例，佢譬如話有啲嘢佢報導，可能佢出咗啲位嘅，咁其實有人已經睇咗㗎啦嘛。咁佢下一輪之後咧，佢會改嘅，佢會刪咗佢嘅。咁表面上係睇下冇啦，冇報導到。咁但係其實佢之前咧喺個網絡世界已經有咗一個叫 footprint 㗎啦嘛，已經有咗個腳印喺度嘅，有一部分人已經睇咗㗎啦嘛。咁呢度係其中一個問題，所以網絡裏邊咧，我哋而家如果真係要講咧，實際操作嘅時候咧，我哋都話咧，你都一樣係要求證，都一樣要將一個報導咧完整啲，係符合咗個守則啦，先至出街，得唔得咧？咁 咁嗱，呢個咧係實際運作嘅時候嘅問題，唔係話個原則冇啊。咁呢個第一個，另外第二個咧就頭先幾位朋友已經講咗社交媒體。其實社交媒體先係真正改變晒嚟嘅叫傳媒世界。社交媒體咧其實已經係完全取代咗，我覺得傳統嘅媒體，包括我自己以前做開嗰啲，其實都慢慢我諗係即係所謂即係叫沒落緊嘅。佢可能會用另一個形式去存在，個名會喺度，但係個形態唔同咗。咁社交媒體點樣影響到？譬如頭先大家講過一啲精神健康嘅問題嗰啲咧咁我要接觸年輕人咧，其實要深入啲嘅。佢哋而家啲模式好奇怪嘅，譬如話而家有 AI 咧，佢談心會揾個 AI 傾偈嘅。我哋有一個真實嘅好幾個個案，啲學生做功課，咁我話喂，咁你咁多屋企人點解唔傾啊？佢喺屋企人唔得㗎，唔明白我咁。咁個夜媽媽咧就用個 AI 傾喎。我哋有啲咩問題？咁個 AI 俾意見覺得咁。咁嗱，呢個到底有發展到幾普遍同埋個後果係點咧？係要探討嘅。而家其實都唔係好清楚，但係外國已經有一啲例子啦，譬如話個 AI 教你自殺啊咩成嗰啲，嗰啲係好誇張嘅。但我相信未到咁誇張之前咧，其實 AI 俾個咩意見，同埋佢傾偈嘅時候咧，俾咗啲年輕人啲咩意見咧，其實呢個仲係一個謎嚟嘅，我覺得係。咁又另外一啲社交媒體咧，就係啲 Apps 啦。咁啊，最近亦都係因為同啲學生傾偈嘅。咁原來而家有啲咁嘅 Apps 嘅喎，就係話我哋即使兩個係談緊戀愛，咁佢哋唔使見面嘅喎。佢話呢個 App 嗰度去問候佢咪得咯。佢話佢喺個 App 嗰度答翻我係好關心你咁。佢話喂，咁我哋兩個咁 close 嘅關係，點解唔係見面嘅咩？我話以前都係咁啊，即係追女仔識鹹仔，我梗係日日叫佢出嚟。佢話唔使喎。如果個 App 咁，我話係咩模式嚟咧？呢啲係嚇。咁呢啲咁樣嘅社交媒體啊、網絡嘅嘢咧，其實改變咗好多嘢。咁所以我自己嘅期望咧，就係話咧，其實唔係新聞媒體咧。第一咧，大家就係想清楚咧，就唔好再怪晒啲傳統嗰啲。其實傳統嗰啲影響力一來已經好低，二來咧，大家吸收資訊嘅模式唔係喺嗰度啦，主要。而家據最新嘅方式咧，就我諗要關注喺網絡同埋社交媒體。咁另外第二覺得咧，而家係講緊青年人啊嘛。其實我覺得未來嘅教育裏邊咧，其實真正嘅精神健康教育喺個網絡上面要點做咧，其實係一個大嘅課題嚟嘅嚇。甚至我覺得係咪可能係某啲科目真正要教導佢哋點樣回歸翻去同人溝通先係最關鍵啊嘛，係嘛？頭先大家都講醫生啊，林正財醫生等等各方面都係，其實最後人嘅溝通先係緊要。而家好多時我點解香港人咁多壓力咧？其實科技都係一個問題。而家我哋年輕人啱啱譬如接受完晒好好嘅教育出到嚟，突然間嘣一聲話俾你聽 AI 咧將會取代晒你哋，你咧聽日可能冇工做嘅，或者而家話俾你聽咧就新入行嘅人咧好慘啊，你哋冇乜公司想請你哋，因為 AI 嘅問題。咁我哋又要反思另一個問題喎，到底科技係幫緊人啦，呢個成日摧毀緊人嘅未來嘅希望咧，或者甚至科技人個界限去到幾多咧？其實係一個大問題嚟，呢個係科技嗱。第一個 round 我哋將 Internet 已經改變咗人嘅溝通模式，第二個 round 社交媒體已經改變咗人嘅溝通方法，甚至引起好多社會問題添。而家再高層次啲咧，其實而家政治啊世界點樣咁分裂咧，其實都係因為社交媒體。因為社交媒體嘅特點就係圍爐取暖啊嘛。我哋呢5個人我哋自己一幫人嚟嘅，你其他意見咧冇用嘅，我唔會聽嘅。我睇到嗰啲我就好開心㗎啦。咁係強化咗好多人個意識上面嘅東西。咁所以類似啲咁咧，我覺得其實都係頭先我哋講咧，希望循翻啲正規嘅渠道，係要投放多啲時間咧，係幫助年輕人或者幫助唔同年齡層嘅人咧，去認清楚而家我哋嘅真正環境、傳播嘅模式係乜嘢嘢。傳統嘅新聞媒體其實係沒落咗，但係年輕人嘅溝通方式，佢得到資訊嘅方法係點嚇，同埋佢真係有問題嘅時候應該點解決咧？其實我覺得係一個再教育嘅課程，甚至一個必須嚟嘅嚇。咁希望大家咁當然義工係好緊要啦，彭主席啊，我完全同意頭先嗰個，令我眼界大開啊，搞到都想參加下先啫，起碼保持下自己
你都係義工嚟㗎嘛？
身心健康先嚇，好感謝各位，即係大家係做咗好多實際工作嚇。
咁我哋多謝阿 Professor Chan，佢講咗好多題目，關於即係無論係科技、AI、人同人嘅溝通、資訊傳播嘅模式，其實可能我哋下一個 round table 就講呢個 topic 嚇。好，咁我哋而家去到阿 Elise， 咁啊 Elise Wong，咁想問下啦，你個機構其實好多義工都會聆聽一啲受情緒困擾嘅青少年喎。咁對於義工自己嘅精神健康，你有冇啲支援咧？你嘅機構？
其實好大部分頭先黃醫生都有提及到嘅。我哋咧其實喺一啲義工嘅服務入面啦，因為我哋嘅所有義工咧都係18歲以上，咁好多時候可能返緊學，或者係有啲甚至乎係返緊工嘅咧，都會繼續參與我哋嘅義工服務嘅。 咁所以我哋都好彈性咁樣去因應佢哋嘅狀況啦，去調整佢哋嘅一啲當值嘅要求嘅。希望優先可以處理到佢哋嘅身心健康先，唔好因為義工嘅服務或者係佢哋嘅呢個責任，而令到佢哋精神上又或者係身體上有更加大嘅負擔。尤其係佢哋當值嘅時間咧，都係夜晚嘅。咁好多時候，我哋當然唔會要佢哋夜晚7點到5點咁樣全晚當值嘅，我哋都分幾個時段俾佢哋當值嘅。咁但係都明白到其實佢哋每一日日頭嘅時候都已經有自己嘅一啲職責啦。咁喺夜晚擔任一啲義工嘅角色嘅時候咧，都希望更加彈性去處理佢哋嘅一啲當值要求嘅。咁而我哋每一次當值之後咧，我哋當值期間其實已經會有一位嘅朋輩啦、資深啲嘅義工咧係去陪住佢哋當值嘅。咁喺當值後咧，亦都會為義工去提供一啲情緒支援，尤其係當佢哋嘅服務嘅對象，佢哋個對話內容係比較沉重啦，又或者係比較高危嘅。咁而一直以嚟咧，我哋都向義工強調佢哋自己嘅角色，同埋佢哋同服務使用者之間嘅定位同埋界線。好多時候，即使義工好努力咁樣聆聽同埋陪伴一啲有自傷又或者係自殺念頭同計劃嘅服務使用者，唔一定咧每次都能夠完全去舒緩到佢哋嘅呢啲諗法，又或者係消除佢哋呢啲嘅念頭嘅。咁所以我哋都好希望可以調整義工嘅期望，亦都強調我哋服務本身嘅定位咧，在於以一個陌生人嘅角色喺電腦又或者係電話面前去陪伴另外一個而家需要被傾聽同埋被安撫嘅一個人嘅。咁強調我哋嘅服務咧，只係陪伴同埋聆聽對方，並唔會提供任何嘅一啲指引啦、解決方法啦，又或者唔會期望咧自己能夠完全消除對方嘅煩惱嘅。亦都希望用呢一啲嘅方法咧，去減少義工出現 burnout 嘅情況，去支援佢哋嘅精神健康。
多謝啊，多謝阿 Elise。咁啊，好好啊，你個機構好清晰，等我哋知道嘅義工自己對自己工作嘅期望。同埋唔好太多將，因為好多時大家見到好似大埔嗰度啦，咁多義工做都好容易會 burn out 嘅。咁一定係有啲支援，清晰知道自己可以做幾多，同埋幾時係即係適當嘅時候要去 seek help 啦。咁喺度咧 ，we would like to talk to Lila again. We would like to know more after you heard the conversation. Any comments from like your European perspective?
Well, it's been very interesting as much as I could follow to hear about your experience and your insights. And I think it's a global challenge. And I also think the expertise is global and the insights are pretty much the same, because it deeply corresponds on who we are in our communities and the relationships we built. We, of course, our starting point in Europe is that volunteering is not a replacement for professional mental health care. It's a powerful, complementary and preventive tool, especially on the community level. For us, that was a starting project. We somehow began thinking and acting on this issue, first exploring social inclusion, particularly for people who are often left on the margins of community life. But through our collaboration across Europe, listening and shared learning, one theme became really impossible to ignore, and that was loneliness. And of course, that was very much lately supported also by the research. Some psychologists and researchers are even talking now about the loneliness economy, a reality where loneliness has become so widespread that connection is often replaced by platforms, services, and paid solutions. And that cannot really be a substitute to real live human contact. And we believe volunteering offers something fundamentally different, as I said at the beginning. Really we believe that is why volunteering becomes increasingly more important. volunteering has always been a part of civilization. One of the first UN reports on state of volunteering on a global level, and that was in 2011, if I'm not mistaken, that report began by the statement that every civilization has known people who were willing to do more for their communities. So volunteering was always there, but of course it changes with the context. So now I honestly and truly believe that now in the context that we live in, volunteering is becoming increasingly important for our relationships and support. And what makes volunteering healing is not the task itself. I believe it's presence. It's being present for others. From our experience, volunteering supports mental health in 3 key ways. First, it restores a sense of purpose. Many young people experience loneliness or mental distress, feel invisible or disconnected from society, and volunteering allows them to feel needed and valued again. Second, it creates belonging and connection. And in this new age, loneliness is one of the strongest risk factors for poor mental health, and volunteering helps them build informal, community-based safety nets. And we believe this is why it's so important. And these safety nets or social networks complement families and institutions. And third, but of course not less important, is that it strengthens agency and resilience. And this is really in era of repeated crisis and uncertainty around us. This is really it can be really important. Across Europe, many organizations are now trying to tackle loneliness with different types of community programs. Healthcare professionals refer young people to activities such as climate action, caring for animals, social activities. We call that in Europe social prescribing. So somehow we try to connect institutions with the families and with the community life. Of course, the situation in Europe is very much different from country to country. Northern countries are more aware of this problem, and they are really more involved as societies in tackling this problem, while southern countries still think it's not that serious and not that present, and I think it's still not visible enough to be tackled from the institutional part. That's why we in Europe, especially on European level, we try to work a lot on a stronger policy support and see how can we also involve European institutions in motivating member states to tackle this problem also in an organized and a structured way. Volunteering has the potential to become one of the rare spaces where trust is nurtured, and we believe this is now really important. And trust is nurtured, of course, through shared experience and mutual care, and that plural space of civility and compassion. And that is why we really believe it's the space of civil society and volunteering, and of course cross-sectoral cooperation. It's always needed. One cannot solve it by themselves, of course. We need all parts of our societies to be involved. And to finish, I really do think and work a lot to prove that strong communities are one of the most important mental health infrastructures that we have. And of course, volunteering is one important part.
Oh, thank you so much for your insight and sharing.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
so much.我哋一連聽咗5位講者嘅分享，咁啊，其實大家都聽到啦，其實都好重要喎。講到即係 volunteering 義務工作，係講緊令到生命更有意義，人同人嘅關係，亦可以令到我哋更加有個抗逆力啊！咁呢個係亦可以解決呢個孤單感、孤獨感嘅問題。咁啊，我哋其實今日咧，大家嘅分享都有好多嘢我哋可以跟進嘅。咁喺未來嘅日子咧，我哋就會大家一齊可以諗下，我哋點樣令到我哋呢個香港嘅社會或者全世界嘅社會精神健康方面更加會好一啲，令社會更加幸福。咁喺度我哋多謝咁多位講者 ，Thank you so much for attending. We'll take a photo. So Lila, you can stay on the web, so we can take the photo together. Okay. 好冇？
非常之感謝晒我哋咁多位嘅嘉賓啊！咁多位我哋掌聲再一次送俾我哋嘅嘉賓。幾位嘅嘉賓而家都去移步到舞台下面走咗啦。相信啊，頭先我哋一眾嘉賓們嘅分享，都令到大家對於精神健康義務工作上面啊，有更加多嘅知識，大家都獲益良多。如果大家想重溫內容嘅話，我哋剛才論壇嘅精華片段將會安排喺 ABS 香港義工學院嘅 YouTube 頻道播放，俾大家重溫。大家記得密切留意啦。